Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back down to the Matt Fry Golf Podcast. It's myself and we have Adrian in the hot seat today. How the devil are you, sir?
Okay, just dying of pneumonia from last week, but other than that, I'm okay.
Other than that, you're okay.
Yeah.
Pardoning all his sniffling then throughout this episode.
Excuse me, yeah, coughing and spluttering.
Little running order for you today before we get stuck into it. We're going to be talking winners from throughout the week. No DP, but there's some exciting ones to talk about. Big talking topic about the players. Brandon Chamblay.
Oh yeah,
Brandon Shambles.
Never short of interesting comments, is he?
Exactly, yeah. He's saying that it is a major. We're going to discuss whether it is. From there, then, we're actually going to pick our major champions throughout the year. Is it as clean cut as everyone thinks? Is Scotty going to be the four-peat man? And then also... going to be looking ahead to a competition that I'm playing in this week. I jet off to sunnier climes.
Yes, you're a lucky man. Thank
God, because this weather is severely depressing. We were actually meant to be out filming this morning the next monthly medal. Before we got into that one, the first one, are you happy with all the responses that have come your way, your sympathy?
I'm going to say I need to thank everybody for their very kind, sympathetic comments and therapy offers. It is what it is, and that's golf. We can talk about that later, but yeah, 2 words to say: Bernard Langer. You've got to dust yourself off. I mean, I don't think, obviously you can't tell on camera, it was absolutely bitter.
Everyone said that to me. They said, well, firstly, like, why didn't you give your dad that? Well, we don't play gimmies.
No,
firstly,
that's fair.
Like, you don't play
golf,
gimmies in the medal.
No.
Secondly, like, it must have been cold for him. Like, I was out there playing as well. Like,
no, it was just cold, wasn't it? I mean, it was about 4 degrees when we got out of the car. I think it was about 1 when we got back going down the last. But the wind chill factor was about -4.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cold.
I would have loved to have seen the comments if I 4-putted.
Oh, yeah, you would have, yeah. But you take it on the chin, you move on. I'll be back. I am doing a bit of work. I've got a putting lesson booked.
When is your lesson?
Oh, it's not till the end of March, but
that's good then. So I'll get 2-0 up in the monthly medals.
we will see. But the nature of golf, as you know, if you can't take the ups and downs, to try another game.
True.
Take something else up.
Yeah,
because internally, of course, you're steaming. I'm internally raging. Yeah. But managing your emotions and just move on. And you've got to take it in context. It was freezing cold. I couldn't feel my hands, couldn't feel my toes. My eyes were watering. Greens had been tying slightly, although there were nice surfaces. So
I didn't fall putt.
You didn't. You're a good putter. But in the whole scheme of things, no. But that was just a little blip. It was where he'd put that pin, and
it was a sneaky pin.
It was my little short one that was the careless one, because I knew it was going to go 3.5 feet by. And then, as you know, once you get a little bit of doubt in golf, that's it. So. Wasn't my greatest moment, but
okay, so it was good. It was a good video anyway, and
it was brilliant content for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, and everyone was very supportive of you in the
in the whole scheme of the weird thing is probably the worst I've scored this year, and I actually felt that I didn't play that badly.
Yeah, you never play bad tee to green though. No, you drive the ball great. Your irons are always solid. You're always round pin high, aren't you? You never make any.
Well,
you're like the old Scotty Scheffler. We just need to, once you go to the Phil Kenyon putting school, that could be it. Well, like he did, you could be transformed. You'll come out claw gripping with a spider, and you'll win everything.
Well, hopefully, but,
dominant force.
If I can improve my putting, that makes a massive difference, because I'm kind of thereabouts generally. But as I say, if you can't take it, don't play the game.
Yeah,
and you have your goods and your good days and your bad days. All about expectation, but. You got to try on every shot. It wasn't like I wasn't trying, but you just get on that slippery slope or that little mental situation, and hey, c'est la vie. I'll be back, as Arnold said.
Yeah, well, it did set me up for some good golf, because we flew off to Portugal that night, and those who haven't seen it yet, we had a match against young superstar Ollie Smith, who's just turned pro at 17 years old, won his club champs at 12 years old. off +5. That's out on the channel now. Great
superb.
18-hole match play. Go and watch it. It has got some of the best.
I saw
up
him
and down
swing it. I
moments.
saw a couple of clips. He looked really good.
Yeah, he can shift it, the kid. And tonight, if you are on the main channel, if you go over there, we played one of Portugal's best golf resorts, a place where no one's broke par in competition. Off the tournament tees, Monterey.
Monterey, yeah.
Off the back tees, over 7,000 yards. And we played it in a storm.
Oh, blimey.
And I played good.
The weather out there has been awful, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been very much like England. But yeah, I played good. So make sure you're going over to those videos and watching those, because I think they're two awesome pieces of content we've got on the channel right now. Moving into, though, this week's winners, like we said, no DP World Tour. They get kick-started in the magical Kenya Open this week, which will be good. We'll go through our fantasy teams very shortly. But big news, I guess, Anthony Kim.
Amazing.
He's back.
Yeah, great win for him.
Yeah, amazing story, obviously. 08-09 prime Kim, wasn't it? Then disappeared off the scene.
Yeah, an incredible player. I mean, incredibly cocky at the time, I would have to say, if that's the wrong word, or uber confident young man.
Yeah.
You know, and whether the bright lights and the money and got to him. Obviously, he got on the Colombian marching powder or whatever.
Yeah,
allegedly. Well, he said himself, and drink, and he's very honest in his interviews yesterday.
Went down a dark path.
Yeah, tough times, and fair play to the guy. And I mean, he swings it great still.
Yeah, hits it good.
And of course, he wasn't performing well on live, and he's
he went through qualifying to get there, didn't he? So he's gone through qualifying,
and he's battled and done it, and a win's a win. And against Rahm and these guys, a quality field. 9 under in his last round to take it. Yeah, you can't take it away from the guy. And, he's been to hell and back, and again against adversity, he's done it. And let's hope he pushes on. Yeah, it'd be good to see, like, if he can, because I think he's one of the players. There's a few out there who you feel like you lost a bit of the prime. You lost what could have been, because there was obviously all the Tiger comparisons back in the day, wasn't he? He was going to be the next big thing, like say money. Money got to him, went down a dark road, and then all of a sudden he's on live. Wasn't really doing anything. He was probably the butt of a lot of jokes. And I don't think he played for 10. He'd not played
10
for
years,
10 years or
something
so,
like
whatever,
that. Yeah,
and just kind of fallen out of love with it, and obviously in a dark place. But fair play to him from just whether it's golf or anything, just getting himself back,
grafting and
getting him, giving him a sense of purpose and his family and kids, and
good to see. Good for his young little daughter to see, isn't
nice
it? Like daddy's come back.
And hope let's see what he does. Let's see if he can.
I think
push on now.
Oddly, being part of a team as well for him is probably a good thing, because he's not been. He wasn't really on a team, was he? He was a wild card, or however they did it, for the last couple of years. And with Patrick Reed going back to DPs, then joined Dustin Johnson's Four Aces. I don't know who the other two are on that team, but I think being part of like that little clique will probably help him out, because
definitely
bit of kinship, and there you go. And obviously it's proven that straight away all his hard work that he's been putting in. 23 under, he wins by 3, beats John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau at 17, Tyrrell Hatton at 17, Uline 17, Herbert, Bermster, Cam Smith, Munzo, Brandon Grace, and Mark Leishman. The hot players who don't get world ranking points, though, sadly, Abe Answer and Joaquin Niemann.
I think the thing is, he's won, and he'll have a sense of belonging, a sense of family. As we said before, that whichever tour you're on, it's a little travelling circus and a sense of community. So I'm sure everybody on that in Live will be and World Golf will be. Yeah,
it's a good thing, isn't it?
We'll be pleased for him. Yeah,
yeah. I don't think it's
a fantastic story, isn't it?
Well, moving on from there, another certain player who hasn't won in a while. I think it's 64 starts since his last win. 2-time major champion, Mr. Colin Morikawa. Did you watch any of it?
I only literally saw the last hole. I listened to a little bit briefly on the radio, but I literally only saw I'm waiting and all the kind of debacle on the last, and the other young man putting out and hitting off the beach and so on. And fair play to him. Obviously, the conditions were tough all week, weren't they?
Oh gosh,
and then you've got Scheffler doing what he did. Fleetwood obviously had a nice finish. And Min Woo Lee felt for him, but his day will come.
Yeah,
I think he's obviously he's tipped for stardom. He is a star, isn't he? But
yeah, very
phenomenal
likeable
player.
character,
yeah,
isn't
and
he?
he's great from a social
Rips
media
it off the
point of
tee
view.
as well.
Yeah,
His put on the last I felt a little bit meh about.
Yeah, I didn't
Did you
see
see
it?
it? He hit a great drive off the 18th tee, Min Woo, and then had iron into the green. Was about 6 yards further up from where Scotty Scheffler was and hit iron into 3 feet and made eagle.
Yeah.
We'll get to him in a minute, but hit it to about 30 feet and left it 3 feet short. It's easy to say sat here, isn't it? But it was like, go on, come on, give it a run, knock it in for eagle, and then it'd be real cat amongst the pigeon time.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know scoring wise. He knows he's on the mark in terms of if he do a make four and
Morikawa was one
the
group behind, wasn't he? And he was in trouble on
behind,
17th. Hudded it left off the tee.
So you don't know if he's thinking right, just get in at 21 under or whatever. You just don't know, do you? Kind of and not wanting to whiz it by. You know what happens when you try that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, could be a Min Woo four whack.
Could be me. Yeah, could be me.
But Morikawa, fair play to him.
The shot he hit. I mean, the drive he hit up the last. You know, I mean, he hit 5 wood, didn't he? Hit that like 290.
3 wood, yeah.
3 wood was it? And then that iron shot he hit in. Obviously, having the courage to take it in over the beach and the water and left himself a tricky-ish putt. He was into the draft though and kind of.
Yeah, did you see all his caddy was down, doing some yoga squats, wasn't he? Just trying to figure, because obviously I think one of the things about Morikawa at the minute, I think early on in the round, it was about the 6, he'd left it short on one of them, walked straight up to it, whipped wedge out, and had a little sort of walk up and down the thingy, and then the wedge went back in the bag, 3 wood came out, or 5 wood, and he used that to then up and down it, which was quite decent, because I think one of his little hiccups at the minute, I saw one of his shots at wherever it was, he did it at the Phoenix, he did it at the Sony, getting a little bit iffy around the greens, so putter out of the rough on the last, knowing that birdie wins it, fair play, he's not going to leave a duffy chip and not misstrike it and do anything like that.
Sensible play, and he's done well, because he's kind of been a little bit in the doldrums, hasn't he, for a couple of years, and I think he'd had a little change of coach, gone back to Rick Segenhouse, and I mean, he's always been very good mentally, very good. That's an area they specialise in. Yeah. So he's not traditionally been short of confidence, but again, here in his interview, he'd said he'd had to, get his confidence back. And, as we know, the whole game's a game of confidence, isn't it?
Yeah, you just got to ride that wave. When you're feeling good, you got to
you
double down on it, haven't you?
Yeah, you have to be optimistic all the time. You have to believe your game is going to get better. And obviously, you can't be delusional. You've got to think, well, what am I going to do to make it better? I have to practice. I have to have lessons, or, improve my technique in whichever department, look at your stats and so on. But you have to constantly be optimistic in this game. Yeah, you must be. You've got to think, I can do this better, or I can do it to the best of my ability more often. Yeah, most of the people I coach and possibly your viewers and listeners, most people don't want to be world beaters. They just want to play their best golf more often. Yeah, so they're not trying to. They don't want to be Rory McIlroy or whatever, but they know what good shots feel like. They know what it's like, how nice it feels when they play well, and they just want to play well more often. Yeah. Now, the reality of human nature and the way our brains code the golf swing and any motor skill, we have to be a flexible creature to live in the modern world, or live in the world full stop. So you have to have the ability to adapt, and for that reason your brain cannot totally code the golf swing. That's like a tennis player serving aces every time, or a darts player hitting the bullseye every time. It just physically cannot happen. Now, the world's best in each of those disciplined sports have weeks or periods of time where they're on top of the world, like Tiger and so on, and darts players or whatever, where you just think, gosh, they're unbeatable. Yeah. But you never own it. So you've always got to be respectful that tomorrow you might be kicked in the whatnots and you start again, like me with my putting. So you just got to accept that is part of the game, move on, get your head down.
Yeah,
and
I think
and
that's
keep going.
one thing,
and that's what Morikawa's done, and then you've got at their level the pressure, of course, the kind of notional pressure to deal with.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that everyone can take from Morikawa as well. Like when I watched pretty much all of the golf yesterday, it was class because of what Scotty was doing. But I think with Morikawa and what I really like about his game, which I think everyone can, like I say, learn from, he doesn't try and do things that he's not good at. So all the shots that he's hitting into the green, he's known for his little fade, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Generally peels it like 3 or 4 yards each time. It's not quite been there over the last year, 2 years maybe. It's just getting a little bit pulley, a little bit over faded, things like that. But he's not stood, on the 18th, for instance. He's not thinking, oh, right, I'm going to draw this driver down there because that's the shot that I need to do. He fits his game to wherever he's playing. And that example I mentioned earlier of, he's not quite confident with the wedge at the minute. Most of his competitors in that scenario where he used the 3-wood, they would have had, a 52 out or a 60 or whatever, hooded it a little bit and drilled it in that way. But he's not got that at the moment. He knew in himself that he didn't have it, so he opted to hit the shot that he knew he would get the best result from. And I think a lot of golfers do that, don't they? They go, oh, well, this hole needs a draw. I'll try and hit one, even though you're a 20-yard slicer and you've never
if you've never hit the draw or you've not been able to produce them in practice with any degree of certainty, it's dangerous to do it. And there's different schools of thought with statisticians in golf like Decade and Scott Fawcett saying, well, just hit your fade all the time if you're a fader. It is very contextual, and it depends on, Nicklaus is a fader and he's won the Masters 6 times or whatever because he hit 3-wood and shaped it. So and the holes he could fade it, he did. So if you're golf savvy, you have to know, like you say, when and where to use those things, and having the mindset or the mental discipline to go, I'm not chipping it well. I'm actually just going to put this, use the Texas wedge, or I'm going to, or what, you're weighing up the odds, aren't you? What's the percentage
a bad
of this
putt's
outcome?
Better than a bad chip, isn't it?
And when you're chipping well, like those Lowry and Sheffield, Tiger from a yard off the green, they might fancy hole in them. But that's all based on practice and going back to people say, oh, I've got 3 chipping strokes, as and these trends, simple things. But you look at Tiger, he's got 133, or Seve had 133 different types of shots, basically because they've practiced every shot in the past at some point, and that's the key. There's not really a shot that they haven't practiced and played and proved that they can do it.
Yeah.
So it's not guesswork.
No.
You're trying to eliminate your guesswork. You're not trying to play by chance, are you?
No.
So what you're saying there about Morikawa, and he's a decent striker, and he's got that little fade.
Yeah.
And again, it's just all confidence, isn't it? He's got himself up there and then got it over the line, which is the most impressive.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Learning to win again. So, very well done to him, sir. They're moving on, like I say. It's going to be another Siggy at Riverside next week. We had the first one. Is it Riverside? Is it called Riverside? Have I got that totally wrong? It's the Genesis, isn't it? Where are they? Not Riverside. It's the Genesis Riviera. Sorry, close with Riverside. We're at Riverside now at the moment.
Here, yeah.
For us, though, it's the Magical Kenya Open on the Fantasy World Tour. Have you got a team selected? We'll breeze through these quickly so we can get into the big debate of today.
Yes, I have.
Out in Kenya, I hope you've got a local lad, not Matt Jordan local, and a local lad from down there. Yeah. But who have you gone for?
So I've gone for Tristan or Thurston, however you pronounce it, Lawrence.
Yeah,
because he's obviously just a
local
great
lad.
player, local lad, and can play. I've gone for Callum Hill second because he's just trending at the moment.
Nice.
He's due, isn't he?
He is due on,
up there.
He's due a win.
Playing very well. I've put Luton in again, the old guard, Juice Luton, because he keeps
sneaking.
Just going back to belief, and he's got his card back, knows how to play the game, point to prove.
There you go.
So, and then I've done a bit of a Spanish switch.
You've given up on your kids?
No, I've put Arroyo. I've benched Arroyo.
Oh.
Although he's done well the last couple of weeks. He's been up there. And I've got Hidalgo in.
Nice.
Hidalgo, sorry. Yeah, Angel Hidalgo. So,
and then Arroyo's on your bench with...
Arroyo's on my bench with Dan Bradbury. Because Bradbury's had a nice little knocking Qatar. He was up there.
He's doing
and so
bits.
He's trending a little bit more.
Interesting.
And Hidalgo, as I say, he's such a mercurial player. And he's one of these guys who you don't hear of, and then all of a sudden could just win and
just win from nowhere. I've got a local player as well. Had to do that. Daniel Van Tonder. Doing well, having a little bit of a form, couple of top 10s and top 15s in his last 3 starts. So back down his way, and I think he'll be doing decent. Angel Arroyo, have taken him from your bench, and when you're sleeping on him, I'm going to get him in there, get him captained, and he's going to win, and then that'll break your heart. Callum Hill also, and Anton Rosner, good player, strikes it well, rips it in, doesn't he?
Yeah, great swing, really good player.
I've got Luton, and I've got also Michael Hollick. Not really heard of this kid, but looking at his stats, and he is local, from down that neck of the woods, so he's on the bench, but he might come in off there and do a little bit for me. So who knows? It'll be an interesting one. Patrick Reed not playing.
No,
he's sewn up. He doesn't need to. He thought I'll give him a week off this week, see what they're made of. I'm thinking Sean Norris. I might make a switch on mine. Sean Norris for one of them, but who knows? But that is it. You're 13th in the league. I'm 17th in the league at the moment. You're still up there. You're still doing well. If you haven't already, the link for joining the league is in the comment section of the YouTube video, and it's also in the description in the podcast as well. If you haven't, we've just been looking at some stats from the main channel. 75% of viewers who are watching the videos don't subscribe to the channel. So if you are a viewer of our main channel content, and even the YouTube stuff for the podcast, just hit that subscribe button. It's totally free to do, and you'll be in. We've got another giveaway coming at the end of March. We just sent some Mizunos out to one of the listeners. So make sure you are a subscriber to the main channel, so you don't miss anything like that. And also, you'll get to see Monthly Medal episode 2, where there could be a 5-putt.
No, I don't. There's not going to be a 5-putt. I can assure you. Assure you. I'll be back.
He'll be back. Moving on from there, the man, the myth, the legend, who definitely likes the sound of his own voice, Brandel Chamblay, said to me, "The Players, to me, stands alone and above the other 4 major championships as not just a major. It is, in my estimation, the best major." Talking tripe, would you say?
Well, he's not known for his kind of uninteresting comments, is he? He always likes to throw the
decisive
old spanner in the works, doesn't he? And he's a bit probably Marmite, as if you either love him or hate him. I mean, he is was a very good player, decent player, and does have some very good swing knowledge and so on. But sometimes he just comes out with some drivel, and obviously, of course, he's quite partisan regarding American or his nation, patriotic, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Personally, no, I don't think that's. I don't think we need another major.
Do you think the Players is a major though?
No, I mean it's held. It's obviously a phenomenal tournament, and held in high regard, and the players who win it, are. But
do you think it could replace one of the majors?
Personally, no, I don't think so. I mean, it's got the razzmatazz, it's got the golf course, or now it has its Sawgrass, and the field selection is kind of similar to the Masters. I say that, I think they choose the top 50 on the OWGR, or the world rankings, but they don't choose live players at the moment.
Yeah. Well, it's a PGA Tour event, isn't it? So they're not going to have live players on there because they're all banned.
But what I'm saying is that certain events now will, if you're in the top.
Oh yeah, they get exemptions.
They get exemptions, but in this case, they have a little caveat. So you could argue, but if you're in the world rankings, top 50 players and so on. But if you've won on tour, on the PGA Tour, obviously you're a cert.
Yeah.
And so on, but. For me, I don't know. It's the heritage as well. You know, it's been going since whatever 1974 or
Yeah.
You've got to look at the USPGA, you've got to look at the Masters, you've got to look at the Open, the US Open. These things have been going 100 years or so, around, whatever. So, yes, it's a
prestigious event,
but you know, so's the waste management, so's the others. So, you know, they're all great entertainment. But does it have, for me, a major event should have the pedigree, the history, and although it has the excitement and although it attracts the best players in the world, you know, similar field to all the other events, it doesn't have the long-term pedigree.
No. Got to start somewhere, though.
Well, of course, they all have to start somewhere, but they should have thought about that 100 years ago. And, you know, and that's why they are what they are.
Yeah.
Because those things give it that tradition and, you know, it's like, let's buy a tournament. So where do you draw the line? You know, should the PGA Championship in the UK, it's older than that, shouldn't that be a major before?
Yeah, the thing with it, and like obviously there's that big advertisement, isn't it? Like March is going to be major from the PGA Tour, and you're like, okay, like you've had this beef with Liv for the last 5 years or whatever it is, about them like starting out and saying, no, well, we've got history, we've got pedigree, we've got you know. Records going back here. You can't just start a tour and just claim it's going to be a thing. Oh, by the way, we want this one to be a major.
By the way, we want this. Yeah, so that's where Chambly, he just blows with the wind. He's just you know, 1 minute he's saying one thing, the next he's saying the next, and I'm sure he's a sensible bloke. But like the other thing, the problem with it would be that everyone who's won the Players since day. And how do you retrospectively?
Are they major champions?
Yeah, the retrospective major champions. No, it ain't gonna happen. So you know, it ain't gonna happen.
No, so, and also like Brandel might feel that about the Players, and yes, it is the one that the PGA Tour throw the most money at in terms of sponsorship, in terms of production, in terms of putting the whole event on. But what if, you know, someone else thinks, well, the Waste Management is my major? How would you then?
Exactly.
How would
that's what I'm saying. You know, some people.
How would you categorise it?
As the, you know, and again, I don't know the kind of qualification with the Waste Management, but it's hypocrisy again, because in one word he slag Liv off and still does, and said, oh well, you know, and it hasn't, you know, these players have cut their teeth on the tour and blah 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 blah, and then the next thing he wants to. Let's start a major tomorrow. Yeah,
so because we do live from the range there.
So to me, it's double standards. Yeah. It's double standards, and he is a traditionalist of the game. You know, he's not without loving the history of the game. So for me, it's more of a commercial statement, shall we say? Or something to believe that the USPGA Tour stronger or whatever. I don't know what his motives are, but for me, it ain't 100 years old. No. So forget it.
Yeah, forget it. It's not not one. So
it doesn't. When you imagine Morikawa or anybody, you know, whoever wins the Masters, whoever wins the USPGA, whoever wins the Open or the US Open, you pick that trophy up and you look at the names on that trophy.
Yeah,
you know, and you see
Walter Hagen,
you know, Hagen and Varden and Braid, and you know, and all the great US players, Hogan and the players before them, and you look at all those great names. That's part of the joy and the tradition.
It's what you work for, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that your name is alongside some of the greatest players that have ever played the game.
Yeah,
not just since 1974 or whatever.
Just when you want to.
Since 1900 Plonk.
Tim Clark would be a major champion if so. Siwoo Kim.
Yeah.
Henrik Stenson would now be a multiple major champion. Stephen Ames.
Yeah.
Fred Funk would have won it. Yeah. Adam Scott, Davis Love.
Yeah.
Tiger obviously won it a bunch of times. The only person to go back to back. Hal Sutton.
Yeah, Hal Sutton was a great win for fantastic event.
Steve Elkington. Him and Mickelson have responded to Chambly and said, "I've won it. It's not." which is
Elkington's
absolutely
very
I love Elk.
straight talking. He's superb, isn't he?
How good is his golf swing?
A spade's a spade.
Absolutely crushes it, that kid. Say kid, he's an old dude now, isn't he?
He is.
Absolutely love him though. But so we're saying that the Players is not and never will be a major championship, and if it is, we are boycotting the game.
Correct. It doesn't decry its standing in the game.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a phenomenal event.
Yeah,
So
class event. Can't wait to
respect
watch
to Mr.
it.
Chambly, yes, it is a class event, but it ain't a major.
But you're talking pony. You heard it here.
Yeah.
Not first, but you did hear it here.
Yeah.
Okay then. Well, moving on then. Let's talk actual majors, the ones that count, the real majors.
Go on.
There's 4 of them this year, as there isn't a 5th one that starts in March. It all starts at Augusta on April the 9th. Who do you think are going to be our 4 major champions this year? We're going to have a little game here. We're going to pick 4 of them. We're going to monitor it throughout the year. There are some points-based things that I've put together. So a win is 10 points for a selected player. A top 10 finish earns you 5 points. A top 20 earns you 3 points. And if they make the cut and finish outside the top 20, they get 1 point. We will be tallying it up, and the loser, there will be some form of forfeit that we will come up with. Maybe shave our beards off. That would be a funny one. Yeah, You've got a small amount of stubble. Okay, so you can only pick one player once. Just to go having Scotty for all 4 majors. We didn't really talk about him at Pebble Beach, by the way.
Fantastic. Incredible score, yeah.
I had a friend round at the house last night. Ben came round, and we sort of watched it from the second when he made eagle. And we were like, oh my God, this is going to be incredible. He went off home, both texting back and forth, watching it up all night, and it was...
I mean, the conditions to a degree suit Scotty, don't they? As a great ball, striker and a great controller of the golf ball.
But truly incredible. Keeps his top 10 streak alive. But moving back into our majors, who is going to be your pick for Augusta? Will Rory back it up? Will he be a back-to-back major winner?
Well, no. In my case, I'm going, because this is just pure, not likability. This is how I would like it to be, not whether it will be. But I'd love Justin Rose to win the Masters, as well as the Open. But in this case, obviously, you can't win them both, so I'm going to let him win the Masters.
Oh, you're going to let him?
Yeah,
that's
going to allow him to win the Masters.
Yeah, okay.
So that's my Masters pick.
Just for everyone, if you don't know where they are, by the way, just a little schedule for you. Obviously, what do you call it? The Masters, Augusta National, Georgia, April the 6th to the 12th. From there, then, we roll into the PGA Championship, which is Aronimink, Pennsylvania, 11th to the 17th. We then move into Shinnecock Hills for the US Open. That is the one that Scotty needs to complete the Grand Slam. And then July, the Open Championship at Royal Birkdale, the 13th to the 19th. And you are allowing Mr. Justin Rose to win.
I'm letting him continue his great form while he's still fit, and obviously that might be something we speak about. But yeah, it'd be great for him. Yeah, because I've got somebody else penciled in for the Open. You see, so
okay.
I would love Rose to win the Open.
Okay,
but I'm going for the Masters.
Okay, I'm going Scotty Scheffler. I'm going to get my pick of Scotty out of the way early. Okay. I'm going to keep the ball rolling, keep that bet going on.
I'm going to be predictable, I am.
So Scotty for me and Rose for you. Let's note these down.
Yeah.
I will do so. Aid is going Rose for the Masters, and I am going Scotty. Who then, as we roll around into Aronimink, for the PGA, are you going for?
Mr. Reed.
Mr. Reed.
Interesting. In good form. Point to prove.
Like it. I've actually gone for your man who's going to win the Masters. I'm going to go Justin Rose there. I was torn between Justin Rose or Bryson DeChambeau. I just think Rose around there,
Yeah,
one of
it's
them
an old golf
Plotters-
course, but I've not studied it. So
Plotters golf course. Again,
Yeah.
iron plays quite dingy. I think I like him for that. So I reckon Justin Rose gets one more major before his career is done, and that
definitely.
that will be
definitely.
the one.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay, then moving into the US
I think
Open.
he might have more majors left in him if he keeps fit. Which is what they used to say about Tiger. If he keeps fit, which of course he didn't,
Drove off a cliff.
But if you think about Tiger, if he keeps fit, because he had all the attributes of the game, going back to what we were talking before about playing shots that you can or can't master. Rose is the same. He can control the golf ball. He's got all the shots.
He's not
so has
wowing in any department, is he? But
he's impressive. But
he's just consistent all the time.
But he can move it both ways. He drives it well. He puts great, chips great. He's just super efficient.
Yeah.
And his temperament's brilliant.
That's probably his super strength.
If he keeps his fitness, Rose could win 2 or 3 majors. It's just patience and energy, really. But he's got the desire.
Yeah.
And, people go on about him being old, 40, 45. It's not old in the whole scheme of things. You look at guys on tour, people like Peter Thompson, and in the past they went out onto the US PGA Tour, or US Seniors, and just cleaned up. So these guys...
This day and age, especially.
It's in their nature. It's in their nature. They can go out on the Seniors Tour and win. So if you've still got that game and that desire, that's when they're 50-odd. So... And he, although he is 45, physically he's not. He hits it like a 30-year-old. So
he's not short, is he? Which is
just a number, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, you've gone for Patrick Reed for the PGA. Your love connection with Reed rolls on.
Yes.
So you're going to go US Open. You're going to go Scotty?
I'm going to go Scotty.
I knew you would.
Yeah, because
you just think career Grand Slam is going to get it done.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And I don't think he'd be overawed by the expectation. Just the way he is, he just rocks up and plays and wins.
Yeah.
So there'll be all the expectation, all the razzmatazz. Are you going to win? You'll own Grand Slam, blah, 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 blah. You take that in his stride.
Yeah.
Take that in his stride because mentally he's so good and just level-headed.
Yeah. I'm going a certain Mr. Thomas Fleetwood for that one. I had 2 players who's either again going to be Bryson, but I've left him. No spoilers.
I mean, it would be great if Tommy won it, but of course he's going to win the Open instead. So.
Oh, is that your own? You've gone jumping ahead there.
Yeah,
wow.
Local boy. It's written in the stars.
It is. I think US Open's more written in the stars, just because it being at Shinnecock, and he had that great finish there last time, didn't he? When it was last played there, was it Brooks who won it at Shinnecock?
Yeah, confidence.
It's an iron players golf course, which does let that lends itself to Scotty, doesn't it? Being you've got to be dialed in with the irons, making sure you're hitting it pin high all the time, which means Scotty most likely. But yeah, I'm going to take Tommy. I reckon he breaks his duck there at the old US Open.
I mean, if Rose and Tommy won a major this year, it would be
colossal, wouldn't it?
Mega, wouldn't it, for European golf?
Yeah. So you're going Tommy at the Open.
I'm going to, obviously, because he did live around the corner. He knows the venue, albeit...
Is that not too much for him, though? Do you think he's...
Well, I think, of course there's that expectation, isn't it? Everybody wants him to do well. And
he's such a nice guy. Is it going to be too overwhelming?
He will be. I mean, the hard thing for him is to stop nodding to people in the crowd, because everybody he sees, well, you'll probably know, and Finno, and, there'll be just a ton of local support. But
he'll be that tired from waving and nodding. He can't complete 72.
People.
Pulls out on the 54th hole.
It'd just be a great story, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
a great story. He knows the golf course well. He knows the area. He can roll up, from a travel point of view and everything. So he can be a bit more at ease.
Yeah.
And who knows?
It's where they can keep that, like you say, that storyline out of his head.
Exactly.
And almost keep away from the media a little bit.
But I don't think he will, because
he's
again,
so
he's
nice,
like Scotty. He's level-headed. He don't, he's a bit like Tiger. He doesn't say anything without. He's not. Things don't come into his head, and he just responds irrationally. He's very measured.
Yeah,
he's very measured with everything.
Smart kid.
With everything he does. So his responses are always honest. They're measured. He'll just say, "Listen, I'm going to give it my best. It'd be great."
Try my hardest.
Try my hardest, blah blah blah. You know, and it'd just be a great storyline, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it'd be a great storyline, and if you know, and he'll be up there, I'm sure. And so watch this space. But that's my take on it.
Okay, well, I think a certain Captain America, Bryson DeChambeau, is going to stop him. He's going to come down eating a bar of protein and stomp on it and then vlog the whole thing. Look at me, he'll be break 50 with the claret jug, teeing off on the claret jug, annoying everybody. But we shall see. So you've gone Rose, Reed, Scotty, Tommy. I've gone Scotty, Rose, Tommy, Bryson. So Bryson and Reed.
Just hope the rough's trampled down for Bryson.
Yeah.
You know.
He'll be he's
crowd control.
Big enough to get through it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be interesting, that. So we'll have a little check back. Let us know in the comments what you think of those selections. Are we way off the mark, or is it just going to be Scotty?
Well, I hope not.
Do you reckon he could do?
He could pick a couple of them off, that's for sure. He's obviously.
Do you reckon he could do the Tiger Slam? So it obviously changed a little bit when he did, because the orders changed a little bit now. The PGA definitely needs to go back to August.
Didn't he?
But he won the Open Championship. So he then goes on. Do you reckon he wins Masters, PGA, US Open and does the Scotty Slam?
I mean, you couldn't discount him from it, could you?
Yeah.
You couldn't discount him, he's so good. But let's hope he gives the others a chance. And our men.
Well, he looks like he's doing a bit of like a Rory at the minute, like just, I'll have one bad round to start. It's always a Thursday. He's done it twice. But like, I'm going to shoot myself out the tournament and then I'm just going to climb up the leaderboard like for fun. The only difference is that he actually had a chance of winning at the PGA, where people talk about Rory like that and he'll finish like backdoor third, as where Scotty actually, like at 3 holes in last night, it was like, oh God, he's going to win it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he'll have, if statistically you look at his starts, he doesn't have that many bad starts, does he? I mean,
no.
You know, maybe occasionally, but he's just so resilient and just keeps going, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Well, final thing, I have booked my seat on the Emirates for Friday.
Lucky boy, you leave us here in the cold, freezing to death.
Playing the Skillis Pro-Am, which Andy Carter has run through Play Golf Dubai. We are playing, hopefully I get this right, first course already for Yas Links.
Oh, lovely.
Cannot wait to play that. Then we play Els. Then we play Dubai Hills, and then we play the Majlis, which has just hosted the Hero. I actually sort of plotted that from watching that tournament about where I want to hit it.
Look,
but going out there, obviously with the weather the way it's been, we've not had much chance to, get some outdoor practicing because it's been smashing it down. And hopefully this as a little warm-up guide. Just want you to critique it a little bit. It came to my mind after seeing Justin Rose's warm-up guide the other day.
And thought I couldn't do that.
Incredible, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, amazing. I mean,
he obviously has the benefit of having millions in the bank and an RV following him around, a personal masseuse,
a gym, everything in it, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I think if you're at home and you're thinking, right, well, this year I want to maybe get a little bit more prepared before I'm playing in my society comp or my Saturday comp or whatever it may be, this is what I have come up with, and I want you to strike me right or wrong. So I'm basing it on an hour. Generally, most people have round about that sort of hour to 30 minutes to get there. So take the times how you want to. First thing we're going to do is do some stretching. Key pivotal thing. You never do any, hence why you've got a bad back.
I do actually now.
What? There we go.
I stretch for the odd donut.
Yeah, there we go. So 5 minutes stretching to get us up. Then I'm going to get the old digits warmed up. 5 minutes of just chipping and putting. No real sort of motive to it, just getting a bit of feel. Just hit a few putts, hit a few chips. We're then going to wander onto the range. I'm going to spend 10 minutes working on my wedge distances. So I have 3 points in my swing. Belt, chest, shoulder. I'm just going to get 3 wedges. Just see how far my 50, my 54 and 58 are all going for those. Get me dialed in. Don't just go straight to the driver and start whacking that, because that's just a road
dangerous.
to nowhere.
Yeah.
From there then, got a little drill that I'm working with. So full swings, I'm just going to do 10 minutes of drills with a 7-iron, just sort of bedding in the golf swing.
Trying to feel your changes.
Yeah, just trying to get that sort of drilled in. Obviously, I think it's one of those you should be going to the tournament with what you've got, or what you're going to work with. But I think just to get me in the good habits to start off with that one. From there, then 10 minutes of shot shaping, 3 irons or 2 irons. Going to do the 9-shot drill. So high, low, medium, high fade, high draw, blah blah blah. Go through those ones. Go through the windows of those ones, just to get away from the drill feely positional thing and get into actually playing golf and moving the golf ball around a little bit. From there, then driver work, 5 minutes. Don't want to tire myself out because I swing it that fast.
Oof, the vortex.
that 114 miles an hour is scary, so I don't want to overdo it. But there, a little bit of fairway work and like trying to hit the fairway, 2 targets down there. And then also a couple that finish off with 3 to 5, just full out swings, just right, okay.
5 wood, 3 and 5 wood?
No, five full out swings,
right, okay.
3 or 5 shots on that one. From there, then back to the chipping green, 5 minutes of chipping, just before we're about to tee off, of just working on land drills. So the ladder drill, stand at one end, 10 stations, bang, 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 try and land it in just to hone that touch. And then 10 minutes of just putting, holing out and a bit of distance before we rock up to the first tee and slice out of bounds.
Very positive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good routine.
I think it's
covered
good.
all bases.
I think the stretching thing, good. Got to do that. Got to get warmed up. So many people, as we know, jump out of the car, a couple of swishes off the go.
Yeah.
Wonder why they're not.
Why it's 7 holes in,
and their back's sore, and they just don't control it. So dangerous, So you've got to do your stretching, a few warm ups and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about just your random chipping and putting, just kind of casual. I get it from a point of view of you.
Okay.
Trying to feel your digits, but you're not achieving a great lot there. If I was going to chip, I would. Yes, I would chip balls, but I would chip with purpose. And I'd hit some high ones, low ones, cut ups, little run ups, and so on. Putting maybe some lag drills just to get a bit of a feel.
Might change that then.
Yeah, to just say long puts just to get a feel.
Going straight to the range, I'll change that. Like you say, just hit some.
Yeah, I would be more creative with the chips and just different lies, or one ball, do a 1-ball drill, drop the ball and just do it from 3, hard, medium.
Yeah.
Easy locations.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Then you're just doing that with a little bit more pressure, a little bit more outcome.
The middle bit, okay, wedge.
Yeah,
wedge
the middle.
drill.
I've got to do that. You've got to find your feel that day. Revisit your yardages.
Yeah.
Temperature-wise, obviously depends where you're playing. You're playing over there, the ball's going to be going a bit further with your pitches,
30 degrees.
You're lucky. Instead of it like last week, you're going nowhere.
Playing from a mud ball, cold ball scenario.
A ball that's like a brick when it's freezing.
Yeah.
It's
going to be warm ball, nice turf.
I like that. I like the idea of you just revisiting your swing feelings. What I would do probably with that, I'd interject that where I know you're doing the kind of 9-shot window, but I would do that integrating your swing feeling in your pre-shot routine.
Okay.
I.e., you feel like in your case, say rolling your forearms or whatever you're doing, and just think, right, this is it in a tournament now. I'm going to hit 5, 6 irons at a particular target, recreating game-like conditions, just pressure. Just think, right, this was it now. A bit like hitting the first tee shot. Yeah. If you know the hole, you're going to recreate that same shape you want for that particular hole on that particular course.
Yeah.
So if it's a draw off the tee or a fade off the tee on that particular course, I would do some simulating game-like conditions just for that.
Like that.
So you then feel a bit more prepared. You're not standing there, but I like the idea of you doing those the window and so on. Yeah, so I think it's
overall pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, excellent.
Like it. Well, there we go then. Hopefully that leads me on to victory. We've got the.
I hope so.
It's the second episode of my first win. If you've not seen the first one, go and check that out now. But it's the first one with a competition in it, 4 rounds over 4 days.
Are they pro-am each one every day?
Yeah, pro-am. So there's a team comp and an individual comp as we go through. So
you've got to entertain people as well and be nice to them.
No. Won't be doing any of that.
While you're focusing on your own game.
Ask for a solo buggy and I'll be playing with AirPods in. Right then, well, we shall hopefully be here next week. Well, I'll be
You'll be in sunny climes.
Yeah, we might have
will
a
you be?
guest on next week.
Yeah,
We've
be
got someone
Zooming
lined
it or
up for
something.
doing that. If not, it'll be a Zoomio one for you and I. But good chat. Hope you have a good week. Hope you're putting.
I'll be
starts
working
to
on
work
it. Don't
yeah.
worry.
Maybe
I'll
video
be.
yourself, because what you were explaining before, you were well off before we started recording.
Well, we will see.
Yeah.
We will see. And then I think we're the 23rd or somewhere around then, aren't we?
Yeah, and then
Back on
next
it.
in 2 weeks' time we'll be filming the next monthly medal. So make sure you've watched that episode, everybody, and we'll catch you very soon. Remember to follow us on all our socials and leave us a like if you're listening on a podcast.